trade settings page, you can do anything. You can edit all the parameters according to what you desire. So in this case, margin call limit, we have 9. All of them are taken. And then position number 9 is the one that is at the lowest. You know, so when the market recovers or when the market price begin to shoot up, what will happen is position number 9 will be the first one to go into profit. Therefore, it is possible, business partners, that position number 9 may not hit its take profit target. Meaning, if we click on distributed and take profit allocation, we'll see how much percentage was allocated for position number 9. May you please take there, distributed and take profit allocation. Now, you can see that we wanted to take 25%. It is possible that today this was floating with 5% in profit. As we would have seen earlier, that this position, I mean, this market, it's trading above the average price of position number 9. So position number 9 average price is $1.081. So what we've just seen now is $1.087. So it means it is currently, yes, in profit, but that profit is not 1% yet. But it had actually been more than 1% during the day, you know, because I could see it was $1.10, you know. Yeah, that's what I saw earlier, or 11 cents or so, something like that must have been reached. We're going to check it together. We will look at that together, even under 15 minutes time frame, to see the highest it reached. So now, when you want to collect a profit for position number 9 in the interim, you simply change that 25 that you see there, you put 1. When you put 1, whatever amount of profit that is there, the robot is going to collect it. And then
even if it's on the high,
yeah, even if it's on 3%, 5% in profit, you know. So if you put 1 here, 1 is the smallest take profit percentage the sub position can take. Remember, on the main return rate, until you go into profit like 0.3%, like here, if you put 0.3, the system will not allow. Let's try and put 0.3 and see here. On position number 9, just try and put 0.3. It may appear in red. I've seen it on Android. 0.3. 0.3. Yes. So try and save and see if it will save. You see? Can you see that? Say show again and you'll see what I want. At the bottom, there's a pop-up message. Take profit ratio must not be less than 1%, you see? So it means 1% is the minimum we can take. Meaning that immediately when position number 9 reaches 1% in profit, the system will trigger it. For profit taking. So always, and this is the way of scalping under sub positions, because when you scalp under sub positions, remember yesterday's session, I encouraged people to rather trade the coin where they have money in it instead of distributing their monies into too many coins and end up being trapped in all of them. So when you trade, like you see on this particular position, call number 5 was entered into call number 6, call number 7, call number 8, call number 9. What we are doing here in essence is to trade with an anticipation of a massive pump. These are cryptocurrencies and they are extremely volatile. So price fluctuation can be so huge. So at the moment, for instance, just for our the interest, like for instance, you can put 2% here, for instance, or even that 1%. But maybe because tomorrow it's Friday, you know, maybe we can put, you can leave it at 25. And then when you see yourself, remember this, what you're trying to do also, you want the asset to pay you for the days of no profit taking.
Okay.
You know, this is how actually you trade sort of professionally, and then where you know that when a profit is taken for you, it's going to make a huge difference in terms of other days where profit was not taken. So you are able to do your work based on average. So what we're going to do,
Okay.
but this is what I want you to always know, that you can just come on trade setting, go to distributed and take profit allocation, and then reduce the bigger percentage that you have on the sub position, like the lowest one at the bottom, and you are able to see if call number 9 and call number 8 are both in floating or not. You can collect those profits. And also remember, margin calls are switched off. So what the robot will do, it's going to bring out position number 9 that was entered into the market with $300. It will take its profit. Let's say, for instance, if this position was floating with 5% up, it means the robot will still wait for the remaining 20% up, because we want to take 25%. So now $300 multiplied by 5%. It means $15 already it's available for taking, $15. $15 is 15% of 300. It means now that position number 9 that was pushed into the market at the lower price level, that bought asset or the quantity that was equivalent to $300. That quantity now has appreciated in value to the dollar value of 315. So now you have $315 worth of asset that can now be sold, and then you have made $15 in addition to your initial 300. So this is a good way that I recommend for people, because when you go to homepage, you will see that there are coins that are right on top there. But those coins are on top there, paying off people who entered into that market earlier than what is happening today, for instance. So this coin of yours also will have an opportunity to be on the top performing coins of the day, for instance. By then, you wouldn't be taking anything less than, the maximum that market can offer on that day, for instance. It is possible that market can be floating with 22% up. You can just see that, okay, I'm already on 22%. I can just collect that 22%. What are you going to do? You will just maybe close the whole position, because everything will be in a floating profit, and then you will see all these positions are going to have accrued their profits for you, and then it is good news. So I just want people to know that scalping through sub positions simply mean opening a bigger take profit percentage at the lower lows, because this is what I've seen recently, and I've spoken to a business partner in New York that
just before you pass, just before you pass the Sekeji, if I go in on profit in this one last position, does it mean good? All these positions are on profit that I have above?
No, it doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that, because they were entered into a market at different price levels.
Yeah.
Position number 9 is the one that entered at the deep. It was deeper than the others. The other positions entered much earlier when the price was still higher, but the market kept on falling. So now the latest position, the biggest margin call, which is position number 9, is the one that went in the deep. And always there is a recovery. When recovery happens, it means the last position that entered is the first one to come out in profit, to float in profit, for instance. Is the first one to float in profit. And you see whole position take profit ratio of 20% there. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Whole position is for the whole asset brought together. It includes everything that was bought by the first buying amount and the 9 margin calls as a whole, everything brought together. It's according to the return rate. But now, because of the intelligence of this execution platform, we are now able to trade margins in the same coin. We are able to separate, to isolate some quantities so that we are able to trade them in the dip and then collect profits from them, even though the overall percentage of the whole position is still in the negative, which is purely what is happening there. So now, for you to know which position of your margin calls is in profit, you will click on the sub-bin page on the transaction page. That is the page before the settings page. You just move one step back, return, because we're not saving anything, just return. Settings will be as previously. Yes. So now, let's go to strategy again. And then looking at this position, or even say, for instance, I already know that your position of MTL is 1,081. 1,081, for instance. There it is at the bottom. Can you see it?
Okay.
Average price. Yes, 1,081. It is the price at which this quantity of 277.7 MTL was bought at. The robot bought that with an amount of $300.21 or 21.6 cents, so to speak. So that's what happened there. So now you can only make profit from this quantity when the market price is above 1,081, you know? So you can see position number 8 will only go into profit after the market has gone above 1,137. The market must rise. Must rise above that $1.187. You know, so that is when then that particular asset is going to go into profit. But we know at the moment that is a negligibly small percentage. That's the reason why, for instance, the robot also does not allow us to take anything less than 1%, for instance, because it's negligibly small. If less than 1%, if you try to take a percentage of 1%, of less than 1% under suppositions, the robot will be the one initiating this. So the robot wants ample time to make a successful trade in your exchange. The robot does not want to initiate profit taking, and by the time when the exchange accepts the order and then the market is down, the price is lower than what was required, and then that is going to be a loss. That is going to be a negative trade. A negative trade, it means it has incurred some losses, and the robot cannot make a loss, for instance. That is the golden rule of Royal Crew. That is why they want minimum 1% must have been achieved before it initiates a trade. It triggers a transaction to sell your quantity in your exchange. So minimum what the robot wants is 1%. That is why, because under suppositions, you're not able to do it manually. It cannot be manually sold. That is why then it's a must that your asset must first reach 1% in growth or appreciation before the robot can sell. So when you have 1%, the robot will gladly sell for you when the price has reached that. Like, for instance, let's do this. And for you, you don't need to honestly crack your head to know how this is, at what price this is going to be reached. Can you please click on trade setting? Click on trade setting, and we're going to place 1% on position number 9. And the robot itself is going to show us the target price for that. So let's go to distributed and take profit allocation. Click on distributed and take profit allocation. You go straight to position number 9, because you know it's the one that is close to going into profit. It's the one that is close to the market price. 8 is still far. So you put 1% there and then you save, which is the minimum the robot can take. So now that we have done this, save at the bottom. We're still on the trade settings page. You go down and you save the changes. Say sure. Yes. Now that you have done this, let's go up. Let's go up and then go to strategy information. Keep going up. We want to come out of these sub positions. You keep going up. Go to strategy information. To the right of sub bin. Now, no problem at all. So now let's go down and look for take profit trigger price. Leader Grace Limousines is here. He's the one who was even helping us about these prices the other day. So now, can you see take profit trigger price? Can you see it?
Yes, I can see it.
It's 1,091. So which means when the robot, or rather when the market reaches 1,091, you would have actually earned 1% of $300 because that position is running with that. It means when the market reaches 1,091, you have $3 because 1% of 300 is $3. That is just simply what it is. So, and then, but however, very important to note, if it happens that the market, the price has, if you want to see at what price will 5% be, just go back to position number 9 and place 5% there. And then you will see at what price will 5% be reached. And that gives you a better understanding of how these markets move. And that's how it is. Like at the moment, can you see you're close to 1%? And I don't think that's what we want. Okay, we can scalp. Let's scalp that 1%, no problem. Can you see that we are closer to it?
I noticed.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's make sure that before let's make sure that we save. Let's make sure first that we save. Let's go back because it will be taken. But we want to go back into this market, you know. Because now you can see the 1,091. While we're watching like this, there we go. It has indicated there. When you see reduction in your return rate, when your return rate, you see -599, when that reduces, it means the market is now going up. It is clearing out the negative percentage because the market it's going up like that. And the good thing for business partners to note is that margin calls have been switched off, for instance, in this case. So you also are able to go down. Let's go down a bit and look at the take profit trigger price. Let's see what will happen on the take profit trigger price. Go down again on where we are, just a little bit downwards. We want to look at the take profit trigger price. It will give you some information. At the moment, you see, take profit trigger price, it says, it's still waiting for trigger. It's still at 1,091. So the system, because I saw we are at, we are still, it's still there. Let's go up and look at the, because we need to refresh this, I think. Yes, okay. Okay. Can you see what happened? Okay. I see we are out of Okay, let's we want to see the numbers, more information, because at the moment it's still on 1,090. The price of the asset is still at 1,090. So it means anytime. Okay, let's do this. Let's go into the candlesticks. Let's go into the candlesticks and look at the candlesticks for us to determine if this will move faster or not. Welcome to Business Partners just joining us. It's a yes. Now, okay. Wow. Oh, actually, this asset was in some good profit today. But let's go to 15 minutes time frame to see the high of the day this has reached. I'm happy it's yeah. Now, Business Partners, we can say that the highest it reached was 1,162. 1,162. That is the highest this actually reached today. So now imagine 1,081 divided by 1,162. I'm multiplying that by 100. It was around 6%. You know, let me say around 5%, so to speak, that we spoke of. Was it means this was floating with 15. What is that? 15. 15. What am I calling this? $15. You know, could have just been taken from this, but the market is still static. And also, when you look at the current position and the 15 minutes time frame, you see it's right at the lower low. We are still optimistic. We know we have some good history of few days with this market that it has not really pumped. So if you go in at this level again, something good must still happen in this asset. But this is not far from already. Business Partners, look at the market price, even when you are on the charts, as a person who is scalping, as an intraday trader, look at the price on top. Can you see what the price is of the asset now? Leader Cyril, can you see it? You're the one who's unmuted.
The minimum or the maximum?
No, the price of MTL. Can you see what it is now? It's 0. Yes. Yeah, the price of
is 19.91 ZAR.
No. I want you to look in terms of dollar, because we are using USDT. It was 1,092.93 even.
1,092.
Yes. What I'm trying to bring to your attention is that you are trading, and then you have a hot position, which is position number 9, that has to take profit, and then we have seen that its take profit target was 1,091. And if the market went to 1,093, then we should be anticipating that the robot has sold for us. Immediately when we come out of this page, we expect that the robot has taken a profit. Do you understand? As the market goes down like this. Yes. Can you see what is happening?
Yeah, I see the numbers have changed.
Yes, but what? Okay, let's talk about what has changed, so that those who are watching can see the work that has been done by the robot in relation to what the market has.
Now has moved now. Return rate has moved now from ±5 to minus 8.66.
Thank you, sir. That's a very good observation. Another observation, what are we seeing? What other change has happened to the position?
Oh yes, now we are sitting on margin call number 8.
That is correct, yes. Because position number
9 is gone out.
Yeah, it's gone out because that position number 9 had $300 in it. And then also position amount has reduced. It was more than 1,000. We now have 847 because the position number 9 is out. And then also the position quantity has also reduced. It's now 712.1 amount of MTL. And not only that, business partners, it means that also inside your exchange, in your Binance exchange, USDT amount has now increased because there's been a reduction of the amount of MTL. MTL that was bought with 300 has appreciated. Now you are refreshing it. It was 4 something. Now it is 736. Can you see that?
I see that.
Yes. So we just wanted to draw people's attention to it, that it was 400 and something. Now the USDT at the bottom left is now 736, which shows that the robot has done something. And for us to see how much profit the robot was able to make on this, you will click on the same position, click on MTL, which is the only position we have on strategy now. Click on it so that we go to a transaction page. This is a no, you go into settings, please. We don't want to do settings for now. We want to see how much profit. You don't need to scroll for now. We want also for people to understand. We're trying to be sort of to make a tutorial video, so to speak. You know, so this is a transaction page. We moved from strategy page. We're now on transaction page to look inside the MTL position. Now, for you to see how much profit position number 9, when it came out, it collected for you, you will click on the top right corner. There are 2 icons there. Icon number 2, moving from left to right, is going to show you transaction record. Now, on the transaction record, business partners, we are now able to see subsell. The latest will be on top. That shows a 1,091. It means the robot collected profit at a price of 1,091. However, in the process of doing that, there was a minor slippage, you know, and then as a result, instead of exact 1% that we wanted, the robot managed to take 0.88. This happens everywhere, whether in Forex and so forth. That is why Royal Q wants you to at least have 1% minimum and not less than 1%. Because if you are to place a take profit of 0.3, it's possible that the market can slip into the negative. And that is what they are trying to avoid. So as a result, $2.65 was generated, 2,650,913. We know with crypto, it's divisible to many decimal places after comma. So if you click on that position where you see 1,091, which is the latest, click on it. We're going to have more information, business partners. Now, there we go. We are able to see that the deal amount, there it is. We see we see 303.17. And there's been some transaction fees that took place there, 0.3031 there. And then the number of margin call, it is also portrayed there. And then also, you know where this was taking place. On top, you see the logo of Binance. So this took place inside your Binance. That's what the robot has done for you. So everything is there. You can see for yourself. So, if you go, just for people to check, please, no? Excuse me. If you remember, Leader Cyril, position number 9 had an average price of 1,081. Remember?
Yes.
Yes. So it means the buy below the current information, the buy that we see 1,08. When you click there, you will see a deal amount was 300. May you please click on that buy of 1,08 for people to see. When we say you buy low, you sell high. You bought at 1,08. Now the robot sold at 1,091. So that is why a profit was generated. May you please click there on the buy? No, the buy on top. Yes.
The buy.
Yes. So now business partners can see the deal amount there. From the deal amount was 299,916 USDT. That is to round it off to $300. You know, we bought with $300 and we sold for that 303. Other transactions there took place. So that's what is happening. But remember, before we came here, because I want to shorten this particular video so that it's not long for people to understand exactly how to scalp through the sub positions. We have seen on the 15 minutes chart that the market has touched the lower band, which means we're anticipating a pump. So I will then actually suggest that you go back into the market. But before we do so, with the same amount of 300, before we do so, and let's quickly go and check. This position during the day when you send me a screenshot should have actually made that around $15 or so. Let's go with a back arrow. So now there we go. Let's click on the chart just to already on the chart we can see 1,086. You know, it means there is a rise compared to the previous buy price that we had, because we previously bought at 1,0. Yeah. Now, business partners, you can see that it is at the lower band on the 15 minutes chart. And then, so we are still actually bullish on this asset. We're still hoping that this asset really needs to pump. It has not done so as yet. And that's the reason why on the on this distributed and take profit allocation, we placed a bigger take profit percentage. You know, so it's always good to create room for more. But as someone who's scalping, when you realize that there's been an increase in price, you already know that your position that entered late, so to speak, is already in profit. The position that came after the rest, which is position number 9, it is actually going to go into profit just like that. But now what we need to do is let's also have a view of a bigger time frame, like a daily time frame. Let's check how the price is forming around moving average. Now there we go. That's what we see there. It's a very big asset. And then if you look on a daily time frame, you can see the candlestick bodies were very small, but upward. You know, the price was always building momentum upward. That also creates a sense of more pressure, so to speak. It has sort of built a stronger support. And then we want now the candlesticks for daily time frame to issue bigger green candlesticks. It means the market is pumping because it has really been consolidating upward. The price was accruing in value gradually. The market was building up on daily basis, and then now it's playing around the moving average. So which means with what you see here, the market is not choppy. Like it's not just moving up and down and no structure. There is a structure here. There's been a gradual build up of momentum, you know, and in a positive direction, you said. So today it tried to shoot up, but really it has not produced much. We still want more than this. So what we're going to be doing is you'll be scalping this market with what? You're scalping with that position 9, for instance. So at the moment you see 1,081. So let's go back into position number 9. We're pushing it back and we will change take profit percentage of 1 to, before we do this, let's show people the strategy detail. Just go to the bottom of this page. We currently are at the transaction page. Yeah, go down a bit. You see, go down a bit. Strategy detail is at the bottom. Keep going. Keep going. Yes. So now, business partners, hold it there, sir. What is take profit trigger price now? Look at take profit trigger price. Please give it to us so that others can see.
It's 1.4.
Yes. Thank you, sir. That one is still far up there, which is for position number 8. This one is for position number 8. So we want to start milking this with position number 9. We currently, business partners, have position number 8 into position held by this as the highest margin call, you know. But when you look at 1,421, the market is still far from there. Currently, the market is around 1,083, 1,081, and 2 or so. So what we want to do now is we want to scalp again with position number 9. And we can see below strategy details, you know, where you see our first buying amount is $12. To the right of it, you see margin call limit. We have up to 9. 8 are already taken. 9 just came out in profit, but we want to push 9 again into this market at the lower lows. We have margin call drop. What is our margin call drop there, leader, sir?
0.1.
Thank you. That's 0.1. It means once you open margin call, just use your eyes, don't switch it on for now because we want people to understand something. Once you switch on margin call, please don't as for now. You don't need to scroll, sir, please. So that I want people to read. I want those who are watching to have an opportunity to read the things that I'm saying. When I want something, I'll ask you to move accordingly so that we're on the same page, people don't get lost. So margin call drop is 0.1%. Yes, sir. So, but above margin call drop, you see take profit ratio. Do you see take profit ratio there? Can you please give us the percentage?
It's 20%.
Business partners, that 20% is for the whole position. It is for the whole position. When you want to know a take profit percentage for the sub position, for margin call number 5, 6, and 7, 8, and currently we're going to put 9, which is not in as yet. And the reason why you see margin call drop having 0.1%, that margin call drop is for position number 9, which is not in the market as yet. But we are yet to place it, and we'll do that shortly. After we have placed that, you will see there will be no more margin call drop because all our margins would have been absorbed or taken, you know. So that is what I want you to understand, because when you understand these parameters, you'll operate this with confidence, with understanding, and we are not doing guesswork. You know exactly what is happening when the market moves and all those kind of stuffs. At the moment, what I want you to understand is that that take profit ratio of 20% is for the first buying amount and also for the first, second, third, and the fourth call, plus the asset that you might have actually manually bought. That is manual replenishment. You are able to buy manually by clicking on buy. Can you please just move up a bit, show us up so that people can see the buy position? We move up now, up the page. Yes. Now, business partners, you can see there's a buy button there. There's a cycle, there's a sell in the middle with the arrow pointing up. To the right, there's a buy there with a forefinger. That one, when you buy additional quantity, which we did in the past with 500 or so, that money went into the whole warehouse. When it goes into the whole warehouse, it means it will wait for that minus leadership. Something is happening on your screen. I don't know if I'm the only one. Yes. Okay, now I can see. So when you see the return rate of minus 8.99%, that return rate, business partners, is for the whole position, is for the whole warehouse. Whole warehouse includes everything. It includes position number 8 and the 9 that we're going to put also. But this is averagely calculated. It is worked out for you by the system. So everything is mathematically calculated to see to it that you are always profitable. That is why our confidence is that with Royal Q, you only make profits, because everything is calculated and it is arranged for you properly so that you always remain profitable no matter the market dynamics. So what we're going to do now is this. Now you have an understanding of your take profit percentages, how they work. That is why, Leader Cyril, when you scalp manually, you always pay attention to return rate. When return rate is minimum 0.3% or higher, it means the whole position is in profit. You will click on sell and you'll be selling 100% and everything will go, for instance. That way, but under sub positions, you cannot sell on the sell here. You cannot sell by clicking on sell and then according to the whole warehouse, because whole warehouse already the position is in a floating loss as per the return rate of minus 9%, 9.08 for instance, you see? And then for people who want to see that floating loss, it's easier to see it on the strategy page. Can you please move one step back so that we go to strategy page and show people the dynamics of this? Let's move one step back. You don't scroll up and down, you come out of the page. Thank you, sir. Now, people are now able to see under floating P&L, profit and loss in USDT there, inside the brackets, they show you that this is dollar value. We have a floating loss of minus 76.26. That is now is $77, business partners. That $77 simply mean that if you are to close the whole position, if you are to sell the whole position, you're going to be losing $78. You know, and that is the reason why you can't scalp from the whole warehouse, from the return rate. You can't scalp because at the moment the whole position is in a floating loss. It is in the negative return rate. So what now we do is we go to sub positions. That's why we trade under sub-bin mode, real-time settlement. Everything is logical. They all connect. So what we're going to do, I'm happy that the market came down to 1.08 now. I wish it can even go lower than that, you know. But what we're going to do, we do this with confidence. We're going to push back the $300 as per the settings that we had previously. So to do this, you click on the position. We are on strategy page. When you click here, it will take you to transaction page. So we're going to see where we can switch on margin calls. The reason why the robot did not go back into position 9 is because we didn't actually open margin calls. So now click on the position, sir, so that we move out of strategy page and we go to transaction page.
Position amount.
Yeah. Now click on MTL here so that we go to where we will see more functions. You click on the position. Yes. Now we want to come to the transaction page. There's a transaction page. We don't know. No, please. We are clicking on sell cancel. We're not selling anything at the moment. We came here, business partners, to do what? To take call number 9, the one that just gave us profit. And that call number 9 will go in when we switch on margin call. So margin call is great there, the button. You can see below strategy mode, there's a switch on margin call with a question mark. Click there, and then it will be activated. It means call number 9 will go into the market. We are opening margin calls by so doing. Now, just use your eyes and see what will happen to the return rate, to the position amount, to number of margin calls, to even position quantity, and also the average price. The average price at the moment is 1.190, the overall average price. When new money comes in, the average price will reduce, getting closer to the market price, which is very good. You'll see reduction in return rate, but there will be increase in position amount, that is dollar value, and increase in position quantity, that is the asset itself, because we are putting more money. This, what we are doing in essence is DCA, dollar cost averaging, and then you will always be profitable. Just negotiate for better prices as it happens like that. So at the moment, business partners, we're waiting for the robot to place call number 9. We're waiting for the robot to place that, and then a margin call drop that we have, it is at the bottom there. Once that happens, the robot is going to place call number 9. And may you please scroll downwards so that we see a trigger price or a trigger status and so forth. At the moment, what I spoke of earlier is that a margin call drop is still showing 0.1%. It means after that dip, when the market drops by that 0.1%, which is the minimum we can place at the moment, you can't go less than that. If you're to go less than 0.1, it means you will be putting 0.01 perhaps, but the robot does not allow that. The minimum margin call drop they want is 0.1%. So, and at the moment you can see status is waiting for trigger. That is what we are waiting for. And then it means when the robot senses that fall of 0.1%, the robot is going to place call number 9. And call number 9 will go in with $300. It means it's going to buy $300 worth of this cryptocurrency MTL. If it's Bitcoin, it's going to be some Satoshis, a certain amount of Bitcoin fraction will be bought for you at a certain price. And what we love about the robot is that it also keeps the record of the price at which that margin call actually was triggered. So you know yourself whether that position is going to be in profit or not. That information will be provided. So let's come out and see. Maybe we need to refresh or what, I don't know. Let's look at the upper. Okay, now you can see, business partners, that the market has been going up actually. That is why position number, now it's already taken. That's beautiful. Position number 9 has been taken. Let's go back to the transaction page. Click on it, and some can see already -6 return rate there has reduced. And then not only that, position amount is now $1,447, and quantity also has increased from 7 to 989. And can you see floating loss? It's still as it was, because this is just new money. It does not really delete what was floating in terms of dollar value, but it just positions you better in terms of the market forward. When the market rises, you're going to see a significant change, for instance. So now what we're going to do is this. I'm happy people can see where the floating loss is -$74 and so forth. That's beautiful. For now it's -71. Why is it like this? It's because the market is rising, business partners. Always look at the price. MTL there, 1,088. The market is going up. But we don't want, okay, can you please click on the transaction page so that we see a take profit trigger price? Click on the position again. We go to the transaction page to see more information. So what we want to see now is going down, please slide downwards so that we see take profit trigger price. Can you see, business partners, take profit trigger price is 1,093. It means when the market reaches 1,093, 1% will be taken again. That is simply scalping in the dip, trading the same position, because what we're waiting for is for this position to give us bigger profit when it truly pumps, but that it's not coming as yet. But in the meantime, play in the coin that you are trading. You are also learning how to trade effectively. You are also building some sort of a rapport with the market formation of that particular coin. You'll understand the coin even better. So now at the moment, what I said previously, it's there. Margin call drop. What number do we have now? Margin call drop.
It is nothing.
Thank you, sir. It means the robot is not anticipating any transaction in terms of buying again, because we have reached maximum number of call margin. We are now at margin call number 9. Then when you see that, you know that there's nothing coming, unless if we go to trade settings and we increase to position number 9. And I mean to position number 10, for instance. 9 plus 1 is 10. It means we're going to have 10 numbers of call margin, of which we don't need to do that, because what we've already put into the system is, it must actually be floating in profit. So what we're going to do is this. Let's still go back. Let's go back to transaction. Let's go back a little bit to transaction page, because there's something we need to show people. Click on return. Yes. Can you please go to sub position for people to see something important? Go up the page so that we move out of strategy information. Business partners, use your eyes, please. Look at current price. Current price is 1,088. Now he's going to go to sub position, and we're going to go down and look at the average price of position 9. So now the market is still going up again. The market is now 1,089. That is the current price. Leader Cyril, please click on sub bin.
Okay.
Click on sub bin, and we're going to look at position number 9's average price in relation to the market price. Business partners, you can see position number 9's average price is 1,083. It means the current position also is floating in profit, because we are now, the market is around 1,088 and we entered at 1,083. It is floating in profit, but it is somehow still small. The percentage is still small. It's less than 1%, for instance. That's the reason why the robot is not collecting as yet. But we have also seen the take profit trigger price. It means when 1% is reached, that's what we're going to see. Let's go up and show people before we go to trade settings. Let's go up and show people something very key when trading, because price is everything. Business partners, now you can see current price is 1,088. So what I want you to see now is very important also for your trading. Please click on strategy information. We're coming out of the sub, and then we're going down. You know in your heart that position number 9 is floating in profit, but the profit is still small to make 1%. So what you are seeing is we want a take profit trigger price is 1,093. We're currently sitting at 1,088. It's so close to reaching that, so to speak. And that 1,093, business partners, is determined by distributed and take profit allocation. Those are the take profit percentages for the sub positions, for the sub bin position. That is number 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Those are the ones that we have so far. So those ones, their take profit percentage is going to be found under trade setting. And trade setting page is at the bottom left there. It's written. Leader Cyril will take us to that now. Trade setting page. We are targeting position number 9. And then we go, you can see at the bottom, there is distributed and take profit allocation. We click there. And then we have position number 9 has 1%. So what we're going to do is this, because we have seen that the other one is going to take profit around 1,93. Can you please put 2% there and save, and let us go and see the take profit target. Let's just put 2% and then say show at the bottom, and then click on save. Now we are saving the settings after editing. You go down, there's a save button, you have saved. Now the robot accepts your changes. Until you save, there will be no changes. Now you can see that take profit trigger price has now increased from 1,093, it's now 1,104, because we are now wanting 2% appreciation of the asset that we bought with $300. This is quantitative trading, and that is what is happening there. So, but remember, this is crypto, and it can issue massive fluctuation in price. We are actually somehow bullish on this asset. We believe that it can do better than it did so far. So that's the reason why we will go and change. We will go and change our take profit for position number 9. We'll just shift it to 25, for instance. But it doesn't mean we really want that 25. You know, it can go up to maybe 9%. It can go up to maybe 20%. You yourself now as a trader, you will then work it out accordingly. For instance, as it happens, if a position is maybe floating with 5% profit, you know, or when you see your take profit, let's please quickly go and do it, because it can collect that 1%. Mostly, look, going into Friday, we might see a pump in this market. So you can't wait. You can't sit for so long on this position and just take 2% or 1% business part. That you can just be scalping. Yes, we are scalping. But when this coin really pumps, it can issue even more than 20%. You know, so to pay you back for all the time of waiting, so it's worth increasing your take profit percentage. So now let's go to trade settings. No, trade setting at the bottom left.
Okay.
And then we go to distributed and take profit allocation, so that we increase take profit for position number 9. Yeah, let's make it 25 also. And then we click show, and then we save it. At the bottom, we are sort of creating a room. We're just creating room for more profits, business partners. You know, so now that we are there, what will happen is now this. Just show us a little bit on top. We want to see the average price of the whole position. Business partners, you can say that for this market, for that minus 6.55%, the return rate of the whole position to be cleared, the market must rise to 1.160 cents. That is $1.160, so to speak. So now think about that. When this market, at the moment, this market is on 1.085. Imagine 1.085. And then for that minus 6% to disappear, for this position to break even, the market must rise to 1.160. However, in the meantime, your position number 9 and so forth can, let's say, for instance, you come yourself and you look at your position when you come back, and you realize that you are 5% in plus 5%. You know, the robot will still not sell. You may find that you are on plus 5%. You know, in return rate, not minus, but plus 5% on the return rate. You will know that the robot is still waiting for another 15% up, because the whole position wants 20%, for instance. And it doesn't mean we're going to wait for that. No, it doesn't mean that at all. But because of the way cryptocurrencies rise or pump in price, it can happen so fast. You know, if there's an opportunity to collect more profit, allow that to happen. But if you find that you are floating in a bigger percentage, maybe, but your take profit target has not been reached as yet, what you can do then is you can either manually close the position, you know, or you can gradually go to positions number 9, take its profit, and what you will do, you just change that 25 on position number 9 under distributed and take profit allocation, change 25 to 1%. Whatever that is available there is going to be collected. That's how Royal Q works. You know, when more profits are achieved, the system will sell the whole asset for that particular sub-bin position, in profit, which is very good. That is why we have take profit callback. That callback is to allow more ability, to collect more profits, to accumulate more profits as it happens. So yeah, that's how it is. And with this, I think one will have a better understanding of how the market has been moving. I'll just stop the recording here, and perhaps it's good, I think, to upload this meeting today, because some people will be assisted by what happened.